How to learn English fast at home, the most powerful secret. Imagine this. You are sitting alone in your room, frustrated. The clock is ticking. You try to read an English book, but the words feel like a puzzle. You try watching English movies, but they speak too fast. You try speaking, but the words don't come out right. It feels impossible, but then, suddenly, you hear a sound. A voice inside you whispers, "There is a way." But are you ready for it? This is not just another English learning article. This is a secret method, a powerful way that schools never teach you, a way to speak English confidently, even if you start from zero. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me. The secret will be revealed at the end. But first, let's break the biggest myths that stop people from learning English. 1. You need to live in an English-speaking country. Many people believe you must move to the UK or the US to learn English. But is that true? Let me tell you a shocking fact. Most people who move to an English-speaking country still struggle with English. Why? Because location does not teach a language. Your environment does. Even at home, you can create an English-speaking environment. How? Keep reading. The secret is coming. 2. Grammar is the first step. Have you ever spent hours memorizing grammar rules? Have you ever tried to remember past perfect continuous tense while speaking? Impossible, right? Here's the truth. Native speakers do not think about grammar when they speak. They learn like children, naturally without fear. And you can do the same. But how? 3. You must have a language partner. I don't have anyone to practice with. I can't learn English. Wrong. Do you think famous authors like J.K. Rowling or William Shakespeare practiced English by talking to someone every day? No. Then what did they do? Wait. Are you ready for the truth? Because now comes the big reveal. The secret to learning English fast at home. Forget everything you were taught before. Throw away boring textbooks. Ignore complicated grammar books. The secret to learning English is living in English. Every single day. Yes, your brain learns faster when it is surrounded by English. But how can you do this at home? Follow these powerful methods. 1. Talk to yourself in English every day. Sounds crazy. Maybe. But it works like magic. It works powerfully. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. Now, start talking. Good morning. Today I will learn English. I will become confident. I will speak fluently. At first, it feels funny. But soon, your brain starts to think in English naturally. 2. Change your phone language to English. Every day you use your phone, right? What if your phone forced you to see English words all the time? Boom! Your brain will adapt faster than ever. 3. Watch English movies with subtitles. But I don't understand fast English, you say. Here's the trick. Watch movies with subtitles in English. First, read and listen. After 1 week, remove subtitles. Soon, you'll catch words like a detective. 4. Read 1. English sentence. Every morning. Not a book, not a whole newspaper. Just 1 sentence. Example. Today is a beautiful day. Your brain will start accepting English naturally. 5. Sing in English, loudly. Music makes learning fun. Choose a simple English song and sing. Even if you make mistakes, sing. Your tongue will get used to English sounds, and pronunciation will improve faster. the suspenseful twist, the one mistake that destroys everything. Now you know the secret, but beware. One mistake can destroy all your progress. This mistake is translating from your language to English. When you think in your language and translate, your brain gets stuck. Words don't come out fast. Instead, train your brain to think directly in English. How? Use simple words first. Example. Don't think, I need to express my emotions with correct grammar. Think, I feel happy today. Simple English equals fast English. The final truth. Learning English is like falling in love? Yes. Think about it. When you fall in love, do you study books about love? No. You feel it. You experience it. You enjoy it. Learning English should feel the same. If you enjoy the process, you will learn faster than ever. The last twist, the most powerful lesson of all. Now, the final secret is about to be revealed. Are you ready? Listen carefully. The fastest way to learn English at home is not about grammar, speaking, or even listening. It is about confidence. Yes, if you believe you can speak English, you will. If you fear English, you will struggle. So, from today, tell yourself, I can learn English. I will speak fluently. Nothing can stop me. Because the real power is not in books, courses, or teachers. The real power is inside you. Final moral. The lesson of life. Learning English is not just about words. It is about becoming fearless. It is about never giving up. It is about believing in yourself. So go now, speak, learn, grow, and remember, the secret was never outside you. It was always within you. How to improve spoken English alone. The ultimate secret. Imagine this. You're sitting in your room, staring at yourself in the mirror. You want to speak English fluently, but every time you try, your tongue feels heavy. The words are trapped inside your mind, but they refuse to come out. You've tried everything, reading books, watching videos, even practicing with apps. But when it's time to speak, silence takes over. Frustrating, right? But what if I told you there's a hidden technique, a way to train your brain and tongue at the same time? A method so powerful that even if you have no one to practice with, you can still become fluent. Alone? Sounds impossible? Stay with me. The truth is about to unfold. Why most people fail at speaking English. Before we dive into the secret, let's bust some common myths that stop people from improving their spoken English. 1. You need a speaking partner. Many believe they can't improve without a conversation partner. But here's the truth. Your best partner is yourself. Think about it. Who is always available? Who listens to you 24/7? Who knows exactly what you want to say? You. And you can train yourself to speak fluently, even if you are alone. 2. Learning grammar first helps. Speaking. Ever tried to say a sentence but stopped because you weren't sure if it was grammatically correct? That hesitation is the biggest enemy of fluency. Grammar is important, but fluency comes first. Babies don't learn grammar before speaking, do they? They speak first. Correct later. 3. Watching English movies is enough. Movies improve listening, but watching alone won't make you fluent. You must train your mouth to produce words. So, what's the best way to do that? Alone. Brace yourself. The secret is about to be revealed. The secret to speaking English fluently, even when alone. Forget boring methods. Forget waiting for a speaking partner. The fastest way to improve spoken English alone is speak every day, loudly, clearly, and without fear. Yes. The more your mouth moves, the more natural English becomes. But how do you practice speaking without anyone to talk to? Here are powerful techniques to train your tongue and brain to speak English fluently. Alone. 1. The mirror talk technique. Stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. Now, start talking. Step 1. Pick a random topic. Your day, your goals, a story, anything. Step 2. Speak for 1 minute without stopping. Step 3. Don't worry about mistakes, just keep speaking. At first it feels strange, but within days, you'll notice your confidence growing. The audio recording challenge. Ever heard your own voice in a recording and thought, do I really sound like that? Time to use that shock to your advantage. Step 1. Record yourself speaking English for 1 minute. Step 2. Listen to the recording. Identify words you struggle with. Step 3. Try again, correcting your mistakes. Do this daily, and soon your pronunciation will become sharper and clearer. 3. The thinking in English. Trick 1. Reason speaking is difficult is because your brain thinks in your native language first, then translates to English. This slows you down. Here's the fix. Start thinking in English. Instead of thinking, I need to go to the store, think, I will buy some fruits now. Instead of thinking, this food is delicious, think, wow, this tastes amazing. The more you think in English, the faster your words will flow when you speak. The shadowing technique. Want to sound like a native speaker? Copy them. Step 1. Play an English audio clip, news, a speech, or a podcast. Step 2. Listen carefully. Step 3. Repeat the sentences at the same time as the speaker, without pausing. This technique trains your tongue, improves pronunciation, and makes speaking feel natural. 5. The loud reading practice. Reading improves vocabulary, but silent reading doesn't help speaking. The trick? Read aloud. Pick an English article or book. Read every word out loud as if you're telling a story. Focus on pronunciation, clarity, and rhythm. Within weeks, your confidence and fluency will skyrocket. 6. The 1-minute daily talk. This is the simplest yet most powerful technique. Every day, pick a random topic. Then, talk about it in English for 1 minute. Examples. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I made breakfast. Then, I started studying. I love traveling. My dream is to visit London one day. The city looks amazing. No script, no preparation. Just speak. 7. The confidence booster. Talk to objects. Sounds funny, but it works. Look at an object in your room and describe it in English. Example. Point at your phone. This is my phone. It is black. I use it every day to learn English. Point at a book. This is my favorite book. It has many interesting stories. This simple trick forces your brain to think and speak in English instantly. The shocking twist. The real reason. People struggle with speaking. Now, here's a hard truth. The real reason people fail to speak English fluently is not because they don't know enough words. It's because they are afraid of making mistakes. Fear is the biggest enemy of fluency. Solution? Stop waiting for perfection. Start speaking, mistakes and all. Because a child doesn't wait to speak perfectly. They just start talking. A musician doesn't wait for the perfect note. They just start playing. You don't need to wait to be perfect. Just start speaking now. The more you speak, the faster you improve. Final lesson. Speak without fear. Speak without limits. Speaking English alone is not just about words. It's about building confidence. It's about training your tongue to move smoothly. It's about breaking the fear inside you. So from today, talk to yourself. Talk to objects. Talk to the mirror. Talk to the air. Because the more you speak, the more your voice becomes powerful. And one day, without realizing it, you will open your mouth, and perfect English will flow effortlessly. Are you ready to begin? Start speaking now.
Learn easy American English. All right, listen carefully. Today, I'm about to reveal a secret so powerful that if you use it, you'll start speaking English like an American without even realizing it. But wait, don't be too excited yet. This isn't some boring English class where I'll throw grammar books at you. No, this is different. This is special. This is going to change the way you think about learning English forever. So, before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried learning English but felt stuck? Have you watched American movies, repeated the words but still felt like something was missing? Do you want to sound like a native speaker but don't know how? If your answer is yes, then my dear friend, you're in the right place. Because today I'm going to take you on a journey full of fun, laughter, mystery, and a little bit of drama. And at the end of this lecture, I promise you, yes, I promise, you will walk away with a new way of learning English that will blow your mind. The suspense begins. What are you doing wrong? Okay, let's start with a little twist. Tell me, why do some people learn English so fast while others struggle for years? Think about it. Is it because they are smarter than you? No. Is it because they live in America? No. Then what is it? Let me tell you the truth. The real reason why most people struggle with English is not because of grammar, not because of vocabulary, and definitely not because they are not smart enough. The real reason is the way they learn it. Yes, my dear student, you heard me right. The way you learn English matters more than anything else. And unfortunately, most people are learning it the wrong way. Want to know the biggest mistake learners make? They memorize words like a robot. They learn grammar rules like a scientist. They study English like it's a math equation. And let me tell you something. English is not math. English is a language, and a language is meant to be felt, not just learned. So what should you do? What is the easiest way to learn American English like native speakers? Now here's where things get interesting. Stay with me. The American secret, how kids learn without studying. Let me take you back to when you were a baby. Yes, a little adorable baby. When you were born, did someone give you a grammar book and say, "Hey, learn this, and then you can speak your language"? No, that would be crazy, right? Then how did you learn to speak your native language so easily? Simple. You listened, copied, and practiced every single day. Now look at American kids. They don't sit with textbooks all day. They don't memorize 1,000 words a day. They just listen, copy, and speak. That's it. That's the secret. And guess what? This is exactly how you can learn English easily. You don't need to memorize boring words. You don't need to stress over grammar. All you need is daily practice, but in a fun way. Step 1. Talk to yourself like a drama star. Yes, you heard me right. If you want to speak English fluently, you need to become a little dramatic. Imagine you are in a movie. Every morning, wake up, look in the mirror, and say, "Good morning. Today is going to be amazing. I am learning English, and I am going to speak like a pro." Do this every single day. Don't just say it. Feel it. Speak like you are the main character in a Hollywood film. Trust me, it works. Step 2. Think in English even when you are silent. Here's a fun challenge for you. Right now, close your eyes. Yes, close them. Now imagine your favorite food. Don't say the name in your native language. Say it in English. Imagine you are ordering it at a restaurant. What would you say? Excuse me, can I get a delicious chocolate cake, please? See? You just thought in English. And that's exactly what you need to do every day. Whether you're eating, walking, or even daydreaming, think in English. Step 3. Use expressions like a real American. Now let me tell you something that most English teachers won't. If you want to sound like an American, you need to use expressions they use every day. Here are 3 simple but powerful ones. Oh, come on. Use this when you don't believe something. No way. Use this when you are super surprised. That's awesome. Use this when something is really good. Try using these in your conversations and boom, you'll sound like an American in no time. Step 4. Watch, listen, and copy. Like a parrot, have you ever seen a parrot? It doesn't learn words by studying. It learns by listening and copying. And that's exactly what you need to do. Watch American TV shows, but no subtitles. Listen to American songs and try to sing along. Copy how native speakers talk, their tone, their speed, their expressions. Do this for just 30 minutes a day, and soon you'll be speaking like a pro. The final suspense, the real truth about learning English. All right, my dear student, now comes the most suspenseful part of this lecture. Are you ready? If you've been waiting for the biggest twist of all, here it is. Learning English is not hard, it's fun. Yes, you've been thinking all this time that learning English is difficult, that it takes years of boring study, that it's impossible to speak like an American. But today I have shown you the truth. You don't need books. You don't need stress. You just need to practice in a fun way, every single day. So tell me, will you start today? Will you start talking to yourself in the mirror? Will you start thinking in English? Will you start copying native speakers? If your answer is yes, then congratulations. You are already on your way to becoming fluent. Final words, a moral for life. Now, before we end this lecture, let me leave you with one last thought. Learning English is just like life. If you take it too seriously, you will feel stuck. But if you enjoy it, laugh, and practice every day, you will succeed faster than you ever imagined. So, my dear student, have fun, enjoy the journey, and never stop learning. Because one day you will wake up, speak English fluently, and say, "Wow, I did it." And when that day comes, remember this lecture, because this was the moment when your English journey truly began. Now go out there and speak like a star. New York City is one of the busiest places in the world. People there are always in a rush, moving fast and talking quickly. But why? Let's break it down in a fun and simple way. 1. Work, work, work. New Yorkers wake up early, grab a quick coffee, and head straight to work. Most people have jobs in offices, restaurants, hospitals, or big companies. Time is money in New York, so no one likes to waste a single second. That's why their conversations are short and direct. Example, instead of saying, "Excuse me, could you please tell me what time it is?" They just say, "Hey, what time?" Quick, simple, and straight to the point. 2. Fast walking, fast talking. If you've ever walked in New York, you know, people don't walk, they run. Well, not literally, but they move fast. That's why their English is quick and full of expressions. Example, instead of saying, "I am very busy, I don't have time," they just say, "I'm swamped." One word full of meaning. 3. Too many people, not enough time. New York is crowded. Millions of people live and work there. So when they talk, they don't waste time on long conversations. They keep it short and simple. Example, instead of saying, "I really appreciate it, thank you so much," they just say, "Thanks a lot." Fast and polite. 4. Coffee is life. New Yorkers love coffee. It gives them energy to keep up with their busy day. A common phrase you'll hear is, "I need my coffee," which means, "Don't talk to me until I have my coffee." 5. Always multitasking. People in New York are always doing 2 or 3 things at once. They might be talking on the phone, eating, and walking, all at the same time. That's why their conversations are quick and efficient. Example, instead of saying, let's meet up when we both have time, they just say, let's catch up later. 6. Expressing emotions fast. New Yorkers don't like wasting time on long explanations. They use short phrases to show excitement, frustration, or surprise. Excited. No way, that's awesome. Frustrated. Ugh, traffic is crazy. Surprised. Wait, what? 7. The secret of gotta, wanna, gonna. New Yorkers don't always pronounce full words. They shorten them to sound more natural. Gotta, I gotta go. I have to go. Wanna, I want to eat. I want to eat. Gonna, I'm gonna call you. I am going to call you. Final thoughts. Can you speak like a New Yorker? New Yorkers are busy, fast, and always on the go. Their conversations are short, full of energy, and straight to the point. Now tell me, do you want to speak like a real New Yorker? Then start practicing. Talk fast, use expressions, and most importantly, keep it simple. Now go get that coffee and say, let's go, I'm busy. When I school, not able to speak English. That's completely okay. Many people feel the same way when they start learning English. But guess what? You're not alone, and it's never too late to start speaking confidently. Let's talk about why you struggled in school and how you can fix it today, easily and quickly. 1. Why couldn't you speak English in school? There are many reasons why students struggle with speaking English in school. Let's see if any of these sound familiar to you. Fear of making mistakes. You didn't want to sound wrong, so you stayed silent. Lack of practice. You learned grammar but never got a chance to speak. Too much pressure. Teachers focused on rules, not real conversations. No real-life use. You only studied English for exams, not daily life. If this was your experience, don't worry, because now I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to start speaking English fluently. 2. The secret to speaking English easily. Here's the truth. English is not about rules. It's about confidence. Imagine this. A little child doesn't know grammar, but they still talk, right? That's because they listen, copy, and repeat, just like a game. And that's exactly how you should learn English now. Here's what you need to do. Forget grammar for a while. Focus on speaking, not rules. Listen to native speakers daily. Watch American shows, YouTube, and podcasts. Speak even if it's not perfect. Mistakes are part of learning. Practice alone first. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Now let's look at some fun and easy ways to practice speaking English. 3. How to speak English daily, even if you're alone. A. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Stand in front of a mirror every morning and say, today is a great day. I will practice English and improve every day. It feels silly at first, but trust me, it works. B. Watch and copy American TV shows. Pick a simple show, like Friends or The Big Bang Theory, and do this. 1. Listen to a short conversation. 2. Pause the video. 3. Repeat the sentence out loud, copying their tone and speed. This helps you sound more natural, just like native speakers. See, listen, and repeat everywhere. Put on your headphones and listen to American podcasts or songs. Then repeat what they say without thinking too much. Example, if you hear, hey, how's it going? You say it right away. No need to translate, just copy and repeat. D. Change your phone language to English. Your phone is always with you, right? So make it your personal English teacher. Set your phone's language to English. When you text, try to think in English first before typing. Use English apps like or Learning English. 4. The biggest mistake to avoid. Do not learn too many words at once. Many people try to memorize 1,000 words before speaking. Big mistake. Instead, learn only 10 useful words or phrases per day and use them immediately. For example, I'm busy right now. Let's talk later. That sounds great. When you use small phrases daily, speaking English becomes easy and natural. 5. The final twist. You already know English. Let me surprise you. You already know more English than you think. If you understand this conversation, then guess what? You are already learning. Speaking is just the next step. So from this moment, promise yourself, I will practice every day. I will not be afraid of mistakes. I will speak English with confidence. And one day very soon, you'll wake up, speak English fluently, and say, wow, I did it. So what are you waiting for? Start speaking right now. At London, my first day in English class. My dear students, today I want to take you on a journey to London, where I had my first day in an English class. Oh, what a day it was. Full of excitement, full of surprises, and yes, full of unexpected twists. Before I tell you everything, let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a classroom, looked around and thought, oh no, what am I doing here? That was exactly how I felt on my first day in London. But wait, let's go back to the beginning. The big dream. For years I had a dream. I wanted to go to London, study English, and speak like a true British person. I imagined myself walking through the streets of London, talking to British people, ordering tea at a fancy cafe, and sounding absolutely brilliant. And finally the day came. I packed my bags, got on a plane, and landed in London, the heart of British English. Everything was perfect until I stepped into the classroom. The classroom shock. As soon as I entered, I saw students from different countries, some from France, some from Italy, some from China, some from Spain. And then there was me. I was excited, but also nervous. What if my English wasn't good enough? What if I said something wrong? What if the teacher asked me a question and I didn't know the answer? And then the teacher walked in, the British teacher's first words. A tall British man with a stylish suit and a warm smile looked at us and said, "Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your first English class." I was ready. I was prepared. I knew this was my moment. But then he continued speaking. And guess what? I didn't understand a single word. Yes, I had studied English before, but his British accent was so different, so fast, so confusing. I looked around. Other students were nodding, smiling. But me, I was thinking, wait, did he just speak English or another language? I panicked. The first question, then the teacher looked directly at me and asked, "So tell me, why do you want to learn English?" Oh no, this was it. This was the moment I had been afraid of. My heart started beating fast. I felt like the whole world was watching me. My hands got cold. My mind went blank. I opened my mouth and said, because English is, good? Silence. The class stared at me. And then the teacher laughed. A big, happy laugh. I thought, oh no, did I say something wrong? But the teacher smiled and said, "That's a great reason. Don't worry, you're here to learn. And by the end of this course, you'll be speaking fluently." I felt relieved. The class clapped, and suddenly, I felt comfortable. That was the moment I realized making mistakes is okay. The fun begins. After that, the class became fun. We played word games, practiced conversations, and laughed at funny mistakes. We learned how British people say things differently. Fancy a cup of tea? Would you like tea? I'm knackered. I'm very tired. That's brilliant. That's amazing. I also learned that British people don't say "are" at the end of words. Water, weta, better, betta. It was fun, exciting, and every day I got better. The final surprise. After 1 month in London, something magical. Oops. Something amazing happened. I went to a cafe and the waiter asked, "What would you like?" Without thinking, I said, "I'd love a cup of tea, please." And guess what? The waiter didn't ask me to repeat. He understood me perfectly. At that moment, I realized I was finally speaking like a British person. The biggest lesson? So my dear students, what's the moral of my story? 1. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. 2. Learning English is fun when you enjoy it. 3. Speak with confidence, and soon you'll sound brilliant. And remember, every expert was once a beginner. If I can do it, so can you. So go out there, practice your English, and one day you'll have your own story to tell. See you in the next lesson.
Practice English like an American. Speak like native U.S. speakers. All right, listen up, my brilliant, curious, and wonderful learners. Today, I have something super exciting for you. But first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever spoken English, thought you sounded great, and then, what did you just say? Or maybe you've been watching American movies, and the actors speak so fast, so smoothly, that you think, wow, how do they do that? You try to repeat it, but somehow it just doesn't sound the same. Guess what? You're not alone. This happens to millions of English learners around the world. And today, my dear students, we are going on a little journey. A journey to master the American English accent. Yes. By the time we finish this session, you will feel so confident, so natural, that the next time you speak, people will think you were born in New York, California, or Texas. Sounds cool, right? But wait. Hold on. I have a little suspense for you. A small twist. I will reveal one secret at the end of this session. A secret that will completely change the way you learn and speak English. So stay with me, because this is going to be exciting, funny, dramatic, and even a little romantic. Why do Americans sound so different? Let's begin with a question. Why does American English sound different from British English? Have you ever wondered why Americans don't say, I can't, like the British do? Instead of, I can't, Americans say, I can't, with a strong A sound. Or why do they say, wanna, instead of want to, and gonna, instead of going to? It's not just about words. It's about rhythm, sound, and style. Think about it. Americans speak with energy, with expressions, with drama. They don't just say words, they sing them, they dance with them. You don't believe me? Let's test it. Say this sentence, I am going to the park. Now, say it like this. I'm gonna the park. Sounds natural, right? Americans love to shorten and connect words, and today I will show you how to do this like a pro. Rule number 1, drop the T, but not always. Oh, yes, you heard it right. Americans don't always pronounce the T sound clearly. Example, water sounds like wader. Better sounds like better daughter, sounds like daughter. So next time you say butter, don't say it like butter. Just say butter. See? You are already sounding more American. Rule number 2, the mysterious R sound. Okay, this one is interesting. British people say car like ka, but Americans? Oh no, they stretch that R sound like this. Car, far, star. Americans love their R sounds. So next time you say hard, don't say hard. Say hard. Got it? Amazing. Let's move on. Rule number 3. Speak with emotion, not just words. All right, listen. Imagine you are in Hollywood. You are the star of a movie. The camera is rolling, and you have to say, I don't care. Will you say it like a robot? I do not care. No way. You will say it like an American. I don't care. Say it again, louder, faster, with feeling. Did you feel the difference? Americans don't just speak words, they live them. And that is exactly what you need to do. Rule number 4, the power of contractions. Imagine you are talking to your friend and you say, I do not know. Sounds too long, right? Americans love to shorten things. So, instead of, I do not know, I don't know, I will go. I'll go. You are amazing. You're amazing. It's quick, smooth, and easy. Rule number 5, the funny American expressions. Now let's have some fun. Americans have some funny ways of speaking. Here are a few expressions that will make you sound like a real American. Break a leg. This means good luck. Hit the books. This means study hard. Piece of cake. This means very easy. Spill the beans. This means tell the secret. Try using them in your conversations and see how cool you sound. Final suspense, the ultimate secret. And now, as promised, here is the biggest secret to speaking English like an American. Listen and imitate. Yes, the fastest way to learn the American accent is to listen to native speakers and copy them. Listen to movies, songs, podcasts. Watch interviews. And then, say the words exactly like they do. Don't just read books. Don't just study grammar. Feel the language. Speak the language. Live the language. The more you listen and copy, the faster you will sound exactly like a native speaker. Final words. A little romance in English. Oh, and before we end, let's try a little romantic English. Imagine you are in New York. You see someone beautiful. Your heart races, and you want to say something charming. What do you say? Do you say, "You are pretty"? No, that's boring. Say it like an American. "You look absolutely stunning." Or even better, "Wow, you just took my breath away." See the difference? English is not just a language, it's an emotion. So, my dear students, go out there, practice, and speak with confidence, with passion, and with style. You are amazing, you are incredible, and you can do this. Now, go, speak, and surprise the world. The journey has just begun. Speak English like an American, easy and fun way. All right, my dear students, listen carefully. Today, we are going to do something very exciting. But first, I have a small question for you. Have you ever spoken English and felt like something was missing? Maybe you know the words, but when you speak, it just doesn't sound natural? Or maybe you watch American movies and the actors speak so fast, so smooth, that you wonder, how do they do that? Well, today is your lucky day, because I am going to teach you how to speak English just like an American. Yes. By the end of this lecture, you will feel confident, natural, and super smooth when speaking English. But wait, there's a twist. At the end of this lesson, I will reveal one powerful secret that will change the way you speak forever. So stay with me, because this is going to be fun, engaging, a little dramatic, and maybe even a little romantic. Why does American English sound so different? Before we start, let me ask you, why does American English sound different from British English? For example, British people say can't, like can't, but Americans say can't with a strong A sound. British people say schedule, like schedule, but Americans say schedule. But why? It's because American English has a different rhythm, sound, and flow. Americans speak with energy, confidence, and a little drama. They don't just say words, they play with them. Let's try it. Say this sentence, I am going to eat. Now say it like an American. I'm gonna eat. Sounds more natural, right? Americans love to connect words and make them shorter. And today, I will show you exactly how to do this, like a pro. Step 1, drop the T sound. Yes, you heard that right. Americans don't always pronounce the T sound clearly. For example, water sounds like wader, better sounds like be dare, city sounds like sid-e. So if you want to sound like an American, don't say butter, just say booter. Try it now. Say water like an American. Great job. Now, let's move on. Step 2, stretch the R. Sound. Oh, this is an important one. British people say car like ka. But Americans? They love their R sounds. car, far, star. They stretch the R to make it sound stronger. So next time you say hard, don't say hard, say hard. Got it? Amazing. Now let's move on. Step 3. Speak with emotion, not just words. All right, listen. Imagine you are in Hollywood. You are the star of a movie. The camera is rolling, and you have to say, I don't care. Will you say it like a robot? I do not care. No way. You will say it like an American. I don't care. Say it again, louder, faster, with feeling. Did you feel the difference? Americans don't just speak, they express themselves. So from now on, when you speak English, don't just say the words, feel them. Step 4. Use contractions. Americans love to shorten words. For example, instead of I do not know, say I don't know. Instead of I will go, say I'll go. Instead of you are amazing, say you're amazing. It's faster, smoother, and sounds more natural. Try it now. Say, I'm gonna go. Perfect. Now you sound like a real American. Step 5. Use fun American expressions. Americans have some funny ways of speaking. Here are some cool expressions. Break a leg. This means good luck. Hit the books. This means study hard. Piece of cake. This means very easy. Spill the beans. This means tell the secret. Try using them in conversations and see how cool you sound. Final suspense. The biggest secret. And now, as promised, here is the biggest secret to speaking like an American. Listen and copy. Yes. The fastest way to learn the American accent is to listen to native speakers and copy them. Watch American movies. Listen to American songs. Watch interviews. Listen to podcasts. And then, repeat exactly what they say. This is the best way to train your brain and sound just like a native speaker. Final words. A little romance in English. Oh, and before we finish, let's try a little romantic English. Imagine you are in New York. You see someone beautiful. Your heart is beating fast. You want to say something sweet. What do you say? Do you say, you are pretty? No. That's too simple. Say it like an American. You look absolutely stunning. Or even better, wow, you just made my heart skip a beat. See the difference. English is not just a language, it's a feeling. So, my dear students, go out there, practice, and speak with confidence. You are amazing. You are incredible. And you can do this. Now, go speak English like a native and surprise the world. Your journey starts now. Learn English like a fluent speaker, the Miami way. All right, my dear students, welcome to today's exciting lecture. But wait, before we begin, I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why some people speak English so smoothly while others struggle to find the right words? Why do some people sound so confident while others feel nervous when speaking? Well, today, I am going to change the way you learn English forever. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to sound fluent, natural, and confident, just like the people in Miami City. But wait, there's a twist. At the end of this lecture, I will reveal one powerful secret that will boost your fluency instantly. So stay with me, because this is going to be fun, exciting, and full of surprises. Step 1. Stop translating in your head. Listen carefully. Many learners make the mistake of thinking in their native language and then trying to translate into English. This is slow. This is unnatural. And this is why you get stuck when speaking. If you want to speak English fluently, you must think in English. How? Start with small sentences. Describe things around you in English. Talk to yourself in English every day. For example, don't think, I need to go to the store in your native language first and then translate. Just think in English. I need to go to the store. The more you practice this, the faster your brain will switch to English automatically. Step 2. Speak in phrases, not just words. Fluent speakers don't speak word by word. They use phrases. For example, instead of saying, "I do not understand," say, "I don't get it." Instead of saying, "That is not my problem," say, "It's not my problem." Instead of saying, "Let me think about it," say, "Let me think about it." See the difference? It's faster, smoother, and more natural. Practice these phrases every day, and soon you will sound like a fluent speaker. Step 3. Speak like a Miami local. Now let's talk about how people speak in Miami City. Miami is full of energy, life, and excitement. People here speak English with confidence, emotion, and style. They shorten words. Instead of going to, they say gonna. Instead of want to, they say wanna. Instead of let me, they say lemme. They speak fast and smooth. I don't know becomes I don't know. What are you doing becomes what you doing. Give me that becomes gimme that. Now let's try it. Say, I'm going to go to the beach. Now say it faster. I'm going to go to the beach. Great job. Now you're speaking like a real Miami local. Step 4. Listen like a detective. Fluent speakers listen carefully to how native speakers talk. If you want to sound like a native, you must listen, copy, and repeat. Watch American movies. Listen to American music. Watch YouTube videos of Miami locals. And then, copy exactly how they speak. If they say, "I gotta go," don't say, "I have to go." Say it exactly like them. I gotta go. This is how you learn the natural rhythm and flow of English. Step 5. Use your hands and face. Now listen. Fluent English is not just about words, it's about body language and expressions. Have you ever noticed how Americans use their hands when they talk? They move their hands, raise their eyebrows, and change their tone of voice. For example, if you're excited, say, "That's amazing," and smile. If you're confused, say, "Wait, what?" and raise your eyebrows. If you're joking, say, "Oh, come on," and laugh a little. Speaking fluently means speaking with your whole body, not just your mouth. Step 6. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Listen, my dear students. Many people are scared to speak because they think they will make mistakes. But let me tell you something very important. Fluent speakers make mistakes too. Yes, even native speakers sometimes say the wrong word. The difference is, they don't stop, they keep going. So from now on, if you make a mistake, just smile and keep speaking. Mistakes are not bad. They are proof that you are learning. Final suspense. The biggest secret to fluency. And now, as promised, here is the biggest secret to speaking English fluently. Are you ready? The secret is confidence. Yes. The way you feel when you speak is more important than grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. If you believe you are a fluent speaker, your brain will act like one. So from today, stop saying, "My English is bad." Instead say, "I am a fluent English speaker." Say it again. I am a fluent English speaker. Say it louder. I am a fluent English speaker. See? It's all about confidence. Final words. Your English journey starts now. All right, my dear students, we have learned so much today. We learned to think in English. We learned to speak in phrases, not words. We learned to listen, copy, and repeat and most importantly, we learned that fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being confident. So from today, stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start speaking. Because you, my dear students, are already fluent speakers. Now, go out there, speak with confidence, and make the world listen to you. Your English journey starts now.
Improve American English reading in 50 days, an inspirational journey to master reading skills. The suspenseful beginning, a struggle we all know. Why can't I read like them? Samantha slammed her book shut, her voice echoing through the quiet room. She had tried everything, reading aloud, watching videos, even downloading reading apps, but nothing worked. The words on the page seemed to dance, mocking her every effort. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever sat down with a book, eager to dive into its story, only to feel defeated by complicated words and endless sentences? You're not alone. Many young people, especially school kids and even adults, struggle with reading American English fluently. But what if I told you that in just 50 days, you could transform your reading skills? What if there's a simple, step-by-step way that anyone, yes, anyone, can follow? Intrigued? Let's dive in. The first twist, understanding the real problem. Most people think the problem lies in them. They're not smart enough or born for it. That's completely false. The issue is simple. Nobody teaches us how to read effectively. Reading is more than just looking at words. It's about understanding their rhythm, tone, and meaning. Imagine trying to cook without knowing what the ingredients do. Would your dish taste good? Probably not. Similarly, without understanding how words connect and flow, reading becomes a frustrating chore. Here's the good news. With a little focus and dedication, you can unlock the door to fluent reading. The best part? It's fun. Day 1 to 10. Lay the foundation one. Choose the right materials. Start small. Pick a book, magazine, or article that interests you. Avoid heavy classics or textbooks for now. Why? Because they might scare you off. Instead, choose stories about topics you love. Animals, travel, or even cooking. 2. Set a daily goal. Reading just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to begin. You don't need hours of practice. Consistency is the key. 3. Read aloud. With feeling. This might feel silly at first, but it's powerful. When you read aloud, your brain learns how words sound. Use emotions, whisper, shout, or even pause dramatically. This makes reading fun and memorable. 4. Underline new words. Whenever you come across a word you don't know, underline it. But don't stop to check its meaning yet. Keep reading. The goal is to finish the page without interruptions. Day 11 to 20, break the barriers. Here's where things get exciting and a little challenging. 1. Create a word journal. Remember those underlined words? It's time to tackle them. Write each word in a notebook, along with its meaning and a sentence. Example, word, curious. Meaning, wanting to know more. Sentence, I was curious about the mysterious knock on the door. 2. Practice visualization. Close your eyes and picture what you just read. If the story mentions a sunny park, imagine the bright sun, green trees, and children playing. This technique makes reading come alive. 3. Buddy up. Find a friend, sibling, or parent to read with. Take turns reading paragraphs. If you're alone, record yourself reading and listen back. You'll spot areas to improve while having fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sit tight, because you are about to hear one of the funniest, most amazing tales about the twists and turns of learning English. But wait, this isn't your usual article about vocabulary or grammar. No, it's about the hilarious misunderstandings and the surprising situations that happen when kids, and even adults, try to learn English. Let's dive right in, shall we? The beginning of chaos. Imagine this. A little girl named Emma raises her hand confidently in class, eager to show her teacher what she has learned. She stands up, clears her throat, and says, "Miss, I want to eat my friend's lunch." The classroom erupts in laughter, and Emma stands there, confused. What did she do wrong? All she meant to say was that her friend had shared a delicious lunch with her yesterday, and she wanted to eat something like that again. But oh, how one wrong word can change the entire meaning. And this is just the beginning. Funny misunderstandings like these don't just make us laugh. They teach us valuable lessons about paying attention to language and context. Twists and turns in everyday English, as simple as it sounds, can lead to some of the most confusing and dramatic moments. Here's another twist. A boy named Edward was once at a family dinner. He wanted to compliment the food and confidently said, "Mum, this food is terrible." Gasps filled the room. His mother's face turned red, not with anger but with laughter when she realized he had meant to say, "Terrific." Can you imagine the drama that caused in just 5 seconds? Now here's where it gets suspenseful. Misunderstandings in English can lead to situations you would never expect. Imagine being on stage during a school play. The script says, "The cat sat on the mat." But instead, you proudly say, "The bat sat on the hat." The audience bursts out laughing, but you, standing there under the spotlight, are left wondering, what's so funny? Romantic twist in the mix. Now, let's spice things up with a little romance. Picture a boy in class, trying to impress his crush with his English skills. "You are the sunshine of my pineapple," he declares, thinking he's being poetic. The girl, trying not to laugh, replies, "Do you mean life?" The boy's face turns as red as a ripe tomato, and the whole class bursts into giggles. What a moment to remember. But here's the real twist. Sometimes, these funny misunderstandings aren't just embarrassing. They lead to incredible friendships and even lifelong memories. That boy? He worked hard to improve his English after that day, and guess what? Years later, he and the girl became best friends. Let me take you to a more suspenseful moment. Picture a classroom on a stormy afternoon. The rain taps against the windows, and the teacher asks the students to describe their favourite activity in English. Little Lucy stands up and says, "I love baking clouds." The teacher looks puzzled. The class sits in silence, and Lucy realises she meant cakes. But what makes it more suspenseful is the way everyone tries to figure out her sentence. "Baking clouds," someone whispers. Does she mean she makes clouds in the sky? The room fills with laughter, and Lucy, though slightly embarrassed, ends up creating one of the most memorable moments of the day. The moral of funny misunderstandings. Now, you might be wondering, why do these misunderstandings even matter? Well, here's the moral. These funny moments teach us that mistakes are a part of learning. They remind us to laugh at ourselves, be patient, and keep trying. Learning English, or any language, is not just about getting it right. It's about enjoying the journey, no matter how silly it gets. But let's add a twist to this moral. Sometimes, misunderstandings can lead to something even bigger, an opportunity. Like the boy who embarrassed himself in front of his crush, but ended up improving his English and building a great friendship. Or Lucy, whose baking clouds moment became a story everyone remembered. Opening the suspense now, let's end with the twist we promised. Imagine this. A kid sitting in her room practicing English for a big speech. She's nervous, and she keeps mispronouncing a word. Frustrated, she decides to give up. But just then, her older brother walks in. "What's wrong?" he asks. She tells him about her problem, and he starts laughing, not at her, but with her. You've been saying donut instead of donate this whole time. At first she feels embarrassed, but then she laughs too. That funny misunderstanding gives her the confidence to practice even harder. And guess what? The next day, she nails her speech, making everyone proud. Final thoughts. So, what's the real takeaway? Funny misunderstandings while learning English are not something to fear. They're moments to cherish. They make learning exciting, memorable, and even life-changing. Whether you're calling your friend a pineapple or baking clouds instead of cakes, remember this. Every mistake you make is a step closer to becoming better, braver, and more confident. The next time you find yourself in a funny, twisty situation while learning English, don't be embarrassed. Laugh it off, learn from it, and share the story with others. Who knows? Your little misunderstanding might just become someone's favourite memory. And that, my friends, is the beauty of learning. Keep laughing, keep learning, and never stop enjoying the twists and turns along the way. Improving your English reading and speaking skills with an American accent can be both fun and rewarding. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you sound more natural and confident. 1. Listen to native speakers' podcasts and audiobooks. Listen to American English podcasts or audiobooks. Some popular ones are Stuff You Should Know and Science Verses. Choose topics you enjoy to keep it interesting. TV shows and speeches. Watch shows like Friends, The Office, or Stranger Things. Pay attention to pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. YouTube channels. Look for channels focused on American English pronunciation, such as Rachel's English or English Addict with Mr. Steve. Second practice, speaking aloud. Shadowing technique. Listen to a sentence, pause, and repeat it immediately, mimicking the speaker's tone and rhythm. Try this with songs, speeches, or even news reports. Record yourself. Record your voice reading a short passage. Play it back and compare it to a native speaker. Adjust your pronunciation as needed. 3. Master key. Sounds of American English are controlled vowels. Practice sounds like car, with a stronger R at the end, and bird. The R blends with the vowel. T flapping. In American English, the T in words like water or butter often sounds like a soft D. Open vowels. Words like hot and not have a more open R sound in American English compared to British accents. 4. Improve reading with rhythm and intonation. Focus on stress. American English emphasizes certain words in a sentence. For example, I want to go to the store stresses want and store. Chunk reading. Instead of reading word by word, group words into phrases. For instance, instead of I went to the park, say I went to the park. 5. Practice with tongue twisters. Tongue twisters help you pronounce tricky sounds and improve clarity. Try. Betty bought some butter, but the butter was bitter. She sells seashells by the seashore. 6. Use American Accent Tools apps. Apps like Elsa Speak, Speechling, and Fluent U can help you practice pronunciation and track your progress. Dictionaries with audio. Use online dictionaries like Merriam-Webster to hear the American pronunciation of words. 7. Learn common American expressions and phrases. Using American idioms can make your speech more natural. For example, it's raining cats. It's raining heavily. Piece of cake. Something easy to do. 8. Join speaking groups, online language exchanges. Platforms like Tandem or HelloTalk connect you with native American English speakers. Local meetups. Join English-speaking clubs or community groups for real-world practice. 9th, be consistent and patient. Improving your accent takes time and daily practice. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference over time. 10th practice, reading aloud with engaging materials. Pick American books, articles, or even fun to read aloud. Pay attention to punctuation marks like commas and periods to guide your pauses and tone. By practicing consistently and engaging with native content, you'll improve your reading and American accent fluency. Enjoy the process. Every small step counts.
My English accent is so weak. Listen carefully, my dear students. Today we will talk about something that makes many of you nervous, shy, and even a little embarrassed. Your English accent. Yes, I know some of you feel like your accent is weak. Some of you try to speak but stop halfway because you're afraid of making mistakes. Others avoid speaking in English completely. But why? Are you scared people will laugh at you? Do you think your accent makes you sound strange, or maybe you believe you will never improve? If you have ever thought like this, stop right now. Today, we will change everything. By the time we finish this lecture, you will feel more confident, more powerful, and more in love with your own English accent. But first, let's start with a big twist. The shocking truth about accents. Let me tell you something shocking. There is no such thing as a weak accent. What? Are you serious? Yes. There is no weak accent, no strong accent, no bad accent, no perfect accent. There is only one truth. An accent is just a way of speaking. Think about it. A person from London speaks differently from a person from New York. A person from Texas sounds different from a person from Scotland. A person from California sounds different from a person from Manchester. But do we ever say their accents are weak? No. Every accent is unique, beautiful, and full of personality. Then why do you feel like your English accent is weak? Why do you feel shy about speaking? Let me tell you why. Because someone, somewhere, made you believe it. Maybe a classmate laughed at your pronunciation. Maybe you saw a video that made fun of accents. Or maybe you compared yourself to someone who speaks fluently. But today, we will break this fear. Your accent is your identity. Now listen carefully. Your accent is not your weakness. Your accent is your identity. It is the sound of your journey, the sound of your hard work, the sound of your courage. Imagine two people standing in front of you. One speaks perfect American English, but he has never struggled. He never worked hard to learn English. It was easy for him. Now, the second person speaks English with an accent, but he worked every day to learn. He made mistakes, corrected them, practiced, and never gave up. Which person is stronger? The second one. The one who worked hard. The one who never gave up. The one who embraced his own voice. That person is you. The biggest mistake you are making right now. Now let me tell you the biggest mistake students make when they try to fix their accent. They try to sound like someone else. Yes, they copy American actors, British news reporters, or YouTube influencers. They change their voice completely, and guess what? They sound crazy. Have you ever tried speaking in a way that doesn't feel like you? It feels uncomfortable, right? That's because you are not supposed to sound like anyone else. You are supposed to sound like you. But wait, does this mean you should stop improving? No, no, no. It just means that you should improve your pronunciation, not erase your identity. How to make your accent clear and confident. All right, now it's time for the real secrets. How do you make your English accent clear, strong, and confident? Let me give you my golden rules. 1. Speak slowly, but not like a robot. Many students speak too fast because they want to sound fluent. But what happens? They make mistakes. They get stuck. They panic. The secret is to speak slowly but naturally. Take your time, pronounce your words clearly, and don't rush. 2. Open your mouth. Yes, really. Some students mumble. They don't open their mouth properly, so their words sound unclear. Practice speaking in front of a mirror. Open your mouth properly, use your lips and tongue correctly, and you will instantly sound clearer. 3. Use emotions. Yes, drama helps. Think about your favorite actors. Why do they sound so good? Because they use emotions. If you speak English without emotion, it sounds flat and boring. But if you add a little excitement, a little surprise, a little confidence, wow, your English will come alive. 4. Record yourself and listen. This is a game changer. Record yourself speaking and listen carefully. Do you sound clear? Do you sound confident? Find your mistakes, fix them, and keep improving. 5. Practice with a funny twist. Now this is my favorite trick. Take a simple sentence and say it in different emotions. For example, say, I love English. Say it happily. I love English? Say it like you are confused. I love English. Say it like you are telling a big secret. This will train your voice to sound more natural and interesting. The final secret. A big twist. All right, my dear students, it's time to open the final suspense. The biggest truth about your English accent. Are you ready? Listen to me carefully. Your accent is not stopping you. Your accent is not your weakness. Your real problem is your fear. Yes. It's not your accent that is weak. It's your confidence that is weak. You think too much. You worry too much. You are afraid of making mistakes. But tell me, what is the worst thing that can happen if you say something wrong? Will the world end? No. Will people stop talking to you? No. Then why are you afraid? Speak freely. Make mistakes, laugh at yourself, keep practicing, keep improving, and never, never feel ashamed of your accent. The powerful moral of this lecture. Before we end, I want you to remember something powerful. The most attractive thing in English is not a perfect accent. It's confidence. A person with confidence will always sound better than a person with a perfect accent, but no confidence. So, from today onwards, promise yourself, I will not be afraid to speak English. I will not compare my accent to others. I will embrace my own voice with confidence. Because in the end, my dear students, English is not just about speaking. It's about expressing yourself with pride, joy, and excitement. Now go out there and speak with confidence. The world is waiting to hear your beautiful voice. And remember, your accent is not weak. Your voice is strong. I go to London to learn English skills. That's a great decision. London is one of the best places to improve your English skills because you will be surrounded by native speakers, diverse cultures, and excellent learning opportunities. Here's how you can make the most of your time in London while learning English. 1. Choose the right English course. There are many English language schools in London offering different types of courses: General English, for everyday communication; Academic English, if you plan to study at a university; Business English, for work and professional life; IELTS, or TOEFL preparation, if you need an English test for study or work. 2. Immerse yourself in English daily.
The best way to learn quickly is to speak, listen, read, and write English every day. Speak. Talk to locals, classmates, and shopkeepers in English. Don't be shy. Listen. Watch English TV shows, listen to British radio stations, and follow English YouTube channels. Read. Read newspapers, books, or signs around London. Even advertisements and restaurant menus will help. Write. Keep a daily journal in English to practice writing. 3. Explore London. While learning, London is full of exciting places where you can practice English in real life, museums and galleries. Visit the British Museum, Natural History Museum, or the National Gallery. Many exhibitions have English descriptions to help you learn new words. Parks and cafes. Go to Hyde Park or a local cafe, start a conversation with someone, or practice ordering food in English. Markets and shops. Talk to shopkeepers at Camden Market or Borough Market. Try asking about prices, ingredients, or recommendations. 4. Make friends with English speakers. Join English conversation groups or meetups. Apps like Meetup or Tandem can help you find people to practice with. Stay with an English-speaking host family to practice at home. Make international friends who also want to improve their English. Learning together is fun and motivating. 5. Be patient and confident. Don't worry about mistakes. Everyone makes them. The more you speak, the faster you improve. Carry a small notebook or use a notes app to write down new words and phrases you learn each day. Set goals. For example, this week, I will learn 10 new words about food, or today, I will order my coffee in English. Final tip: enjoy the journey. Learning English in London is an amazing experience. The more you explore, interact, and practice, the faster your English skills will grow. Have fun, be curious, and enjoy every moment of your learning journey. Would you like recommendations for English schools in London?
Mastering American and British English in 21 days. A journey full of surprises. What if I told you that in just 21 days, you could speak English fluently? Not just any English, but the kind that makes you comfortable, whether you're sipping tea in London or grabbing coffee in New York. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, hold on tight, because this article is not just a guide. It's your ticket to mastering both American and British English with ease. But here's the twist. This isn't your usual boring language learning plan. Oh no, this is a thrilling, emotion-packed journey that will not only teach you English, but will also change how you see yourself. Ready? Let's dive in. The beginning. A challenge. Worth taking. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers and everyone speaks a language you barely understand. Awkward? Absolutely. But now imagine being able to confidently join the conversation in just 3 weeks. That's the challenge we're taking on. Day 1 begins with a question. What's stopping you? Many people believe learning English is too hard or takes too long. Others feel embarrassed about their accents. But here's a secret. They're all wrong. The problem isn't your ability, it's the method. And that's where our unique 21-day challenge comes in. It's designed for you, whether you're a school student, a young professional, or a mom looking to help your kids with homework. It's simple, fun, and most importantly, foolproof. Day 1 to 7. Laying the foundation. The first week is all about setting the stage. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden. You won't see flowers immediately, but trust me, they're growing underneath. Step 1. Listen. Like a student, start with your ears. English isn't just about words, it's about rhythm and emotion. Watch British and American shows. Notice how they pronounce words differently. For example, Americans say schedule as schedule, while Brits say schedule. Fascinating, right? Tip: start with funny shows or romantic movies to keep it light and engaging. A little laughter makes learning enjoyable. Step 2. Speak without fear. Here's a funny twist. Talk to yourself. Yes, out loud. Narrate what you're doing. I'm brushing my hair, or I'm making tea. Don't worry if someone hears you. They'll think you're practicing for a play. Step 3. The 5-word rule. Every day, learn 5 new words. But here's the catch. Use them immediately. For example, if you learn fantastic, say, this cake is fantastic. By the end of week 1, you'll notice something magical. Oops, scratch that word. You're starting to think in English. Day 8 to 14. The twist begins now. The real fun starts. This week is about diving deeper and adding a little drama to your learning. Step 4. Role-playing adventures. Imagine you're in a cafe in London. How would you order? Or maybe you're at a baseball game in the US. What would you say to the person next to you? Role-playing makes the experience realistic and exciting. Funny moment. Once, I tried ordering chips in a London cafe and was served French fries instead of potato chips. Embarrassing, a little, memorable, absolutely. Step 5. The great accent debate practice, saying the same sentence in both accents. For example, can I get some water? Sounds very different in New York than it does in Manchester. Stand in front of a mirror and try both. You'll feel like a movie star rehearsing for a dual role. Step 6. Record and replay. Use your phone to record yourself speaking English. Play it back and listen. Don't criticize yourself. Laugh at your mistakes and keep improving. This step is like looking in a mirror for your voice. Day 15 to 21. The grand finale. By now, you're not just learning. You're living English. This week is about fine-tuning and embracing your new skills. Step 7. Conversations that count. Find a partner, a friend, a teacher, or even a stranger online. Have daily conversations about anything: food, travel, or even funny incidents from your day. Every chat brings you closer to fluency. Step 8. Think English, dream English. Start thinking in English. Replace I need water with I need some water. When you dream in English for the first time, you'll know you've made it. Step 9. Celebrate your wins. Did you master the American R or the British T? Celebrate. These little victories matter. Reward yourself with something fun, maybe a romantic comedy in English. The suspense unfolded. The final test. Now comes the twist you've been waiting for. On day 21, you'll face a challenge. Imagine walking into a room where everyone speaks English. They ask you to introduce yourself. Are you ready? Here's the suspense. You are. You've practiced, stumbled, laughed, and learned. The words flow naturally now. You're not just fluent, you're confident. But there's one final twist. Fluent English isn't about perfection. It's about connection. When you can laugh, cry, and share stories in English, you've truly mastered it. The moral, the power of persistence. Learning English isn't just about words, it's about believing in yourself. The journey is filled with twists, funny moments, and surprises, but every step takes you closer to your goal. So, whether you're in the US, the UK, or anywhere else in the world, remember this. Fluency is just the beginning. With your new skills, you can build friendships, explore opportunities, and share.
How to improve English fluency in 7 days. Imagine this. You are standing in front of a crowd. Your heart is pounding. The microphone is in your hand. Everyone is waiting for you to speak. You open your mouth, but no words come out. Silence. Your hands are cold. Your breathing is fast. You try to remember the words, but they are lost. People start looking at each other. Some smile politely, some whisper, and then someone laughs. A wave of embarrassment crashes over you. You feel like running away, hiding forever. But wait, what if I told you that in just 7 days you could speak English fluently, confidently, and without fear? Sounds impossible. Well, let me take you on a journey that will change your life forever. Day 1. Break the fear. The biggest enemy of fluency is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of people laughing, fear of sounding strange. But here's the truth. Fluent people make mistakes too. Even native English speakers say wrong words, forget grammar, and mix up sentences. So why are you scared? Twist number 1. Today, your first mission is simple. Speak English loudly, alone. Go to your room, close the door, stand in front of a mirror and talk. Say anything. Describe what you see. Talk about your day. Pretend you are a news reporter. Make mistakes. Say the wrong words. Just keep talking. Your voice is your best friend. Get used to hearing it in English. Speak with confidence, even if nobody is listening. Day 2. The secret of babies. Think about babies. They don't know grammar, spelling, or rules, but by age 2 they can already speak. How? They listen. They hear words every day. They repeat them. They don't care if it's right or wrong. They just copy. Today's task is simple but powerful. Watch a short English video, cartoons, movies, or YouTube clips. Listen carefully. Don't read subtitles. Pause the video. Repeat what they say. Copy the accent. This is called shadowing, and it's the fastest way to sound natural. Day 3. The shower trick. Here's a funny secret. Some of the world's best ideas come in the shower. Why? Because your brain is relaxed and words flow easily. So today, when you take a shower, do this. Talk to yourself in English. Sing in English. Ask yourself questions and answer them. Nobody is watching. Nobody is judging. Let your words flow like water. Day 4. Love is the best teacher. This might be your favorite day, because today we are talking about love. Think about it. When you love someone, you want to talk to them every day, right? You think about them, you write messages, you dream about them. So today you need to fall in love with English. How? Find an English song that you love. Play it again and again. Learn the lyrics. Sing it out loud. Love makes everything easier, even learning a new language. Day 5. The dramatic twist. Now, let's add some drama. Imagine you are an actor in a Hollywood movie. Your role? A powerful English speaker. Today your task is, pick a scene from an English movie. Act it out. Copy the voice, the emotions, the pauses. Don't just speak English, perform it. Make it dramatic, funny, serious, just like a real movie star. Day 6. The most powerful word in English. There is one word that can instantly make you sound more fluent. Just one. That word is, really? Think about it. Someone says, I bought a new car. You say, really? With surprise. Someone says, I love ice cream. You say, really? With excitement. Someone says, I am moving to New York. You say, really? With shock. See? One simple word makes you sound more natural, more engaging, more fluent. Today, practice using really in different ways. Surprised, happy, shocked, sad, curious. Day 7. The final test. Here we are, the last day. Today is special. Today, you will test yourself. Here's what to do. Record yourself speaking English for 2 minutes. Talk about anything. Your favorite food, your dreams, your plans. Listen to your recording. Compare it to day 1. You will hear the difference. Your voice will sound clearer. Your words will flow naturally. You have changed. And now, the big twist. Remember how we started? You were standing in front of a crowd. You were nervous. Words were stuck in your throat. But now, something is different. The same crowd is there. The microphone is in your hand. But this time, you speak. Words come out smoothly. Your voice is confident. People are listening. And then, something amazing happens. The crowd claps. They smile. They understand you. You did it. In just 7 days, you transformed yourself. You became someone who speaks English without fear. The moral of the story: fluency is not about big words. It's not about perfect grammar. It's not about never making mistakes. Fluency is about confidence. It's about practice. It's about having fun. You don't need years to improve. You don't need expensive teachers. You just need 7 days and the courage to start. So what are you waiting for? The next time someone asks you, "Can you speak English?" you will smile and say, "Really? Of course I can." Learn English for beginners. The easiest way to start. Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people speaking English. Their conversations sound fast. Their words blend together, and you feel lost. You try to say something, but your mind goes blank. You want to speak English confidently, but the words don't come out. You feel nervous, shy, and frustrated. But what if I told you that learning English can be easy, fun, and fast? Yes, you don't need years of boring grammar lessons. You don't need expensive teachers. You don't need to memorize thousands of words. You just need the right method. Let me show you how to start speaking English quickly, in a way that is fun, exciting, and easy for anyone. Step 1. The first rule: forget perfection. The biggest mistake beginners make: trying to be perfect. But here's a secret: even native speakers make mistakes. They forget words. They mix up grammar. They repeat themselves. And guess what? Nobody cares. So why are you scared? Why are you waiting for the perfect moment? Forget perfection. Just start speaking. Today, your task is simple. Say 1 sentence in English out loud. Don't think too much. Just say it. The more you speak, the easier it gets. Step 2. Listen first. Speak later. Think about how babies learn a language. Do they start by reading grammar books? No. They listen first. They hear words every day. They don't understand everything, but their brain absorbs the sounds. That's exactly what you need to do. Your task today: listen to English podcasts, YouTube videos, or movies. Don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on how words sound. Your brain will start picking up words naturally. Step 3. Use simple words. Many beginners try to learn difficult words first. But here's the truth. You don't need big words to speak fluently. In daily conversation, people use simple words like, "Hello, how are you? I like this. Can you help me? What do you think?" So stop trying to sound like a professor. Speak simply. Step 4. The copycat method. Here's a fun trick. Copy native speakers. Find a video or podcast with clear English. Listen to one sentence. Then pause and repeat exactly how they said it. This is called shadowing, and it helps you sound natural. Your voice will start matching their tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. Try it today. It's like singing a song, but with words. Step 5. Think in English. Many beginners think in their native language and then translate to English. But this makes sentences slow and confusing. Instead, start thinking in English directly. How? When you see an apple, think apple, not your native word. When you are hungry, think, I want to eat, not a translated sentence. Your brain will get used to English faster this way. Step 6. Talk to yourself. Yes, you read that right. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I am making tea. Ask yourself questions. What should I eat today? Pretend you're talking to a friend. This builds confidence because you are practicing without fear. Step 7. The secret to never forgetting words. Ever learned a new English word and forgot it the next day? That's because memorizing doesn't work. Instead, use this trick. Learn the word. Use it in a sentence immediately. Repeat it 3 times that day. For example, new word, excited. Sentence, I am excited to learn English. Say it morning, afternoon, and night. Now you will never forget it. Step 8. Read out loud. Reading helps you learn new words, but reading out loud improves your pronunciation too. Pick a simple English book or article. Read with your voice, not just your eyes. Focus on how the words sound. This makes your mouth comfortable with English words. Step 9. The 1-month challenge. Want to learn English super fast? Try this challenge. Week 1. Listen to English every day for 10 minutes. Week 2. Speak out loud for 5 minutes daily. Week 3. Write simple sentences in English. Week 4. Have a real conversation with someone. Follow this, and you will see amazing progress. The twist at the end. Remember how we started? You were nervous. You were afraid to speak. But now, something is different. You are listening to English. You are speaking. You are understanding words faster. And one day, without even thinking, you start speaking English naturally. People listen to you. They understand you. And guess what? You did it. You are no longer a beginner. You are a confident English speaker. So next time someone asks, "Can you speak English?" you can smile and say, "Yes, I can."
Practice English with native speakers in just 7 days. Miami City, USA. Imagine this. You are sitting in a cafe in Miami. The sun is setting, the ocean breeze touches your face, and suddenly, a group of people nearby start laughing. They are speaking fluent English, but you only understand half of what they say. You feel stuck. You want to join the conversation, but the words don't come out naturally. Your heart beats fast. Should you try to speak or just listen quietly? You hesitate. Then someone turns to you and asks, "Hey, where are you from?" Your mind goes blank. Words tangle in your head. You want to sound confident, but instead, you feel nervous. The moment passes, and you miss the chance to make new friends. Does this sound like your worst nightmare? What if I told you that in just 7 days, in Miami, You could speak English confidently with native speakers. Yes, just 7 days. Sounds impossible. Stay with me, and I will tell you a secret that will change your life forever. Why Miami? Miami is not just a beautiful city with beaches, palm trees, and fancy streets. It is a city full of English-speaking people from different backgrounds. Tourists, locals, business professionals, and students, all speaking English every single day. The best part? Most of them are friendly and love to talk. This makes Miami the perfect place to practice English naturally. You don't need to sit in a classroom or memorize boring grammar rules. Just step outside, and English is everywhere. But wait, how can you improve your English in just 7 days? Day 1, the fear test. This is the most difficult part. The first day will feel uncomfortable. You will feel nervous. But here's the trick. You must take the first step. Go to a local cafe and order in English. Don't just say, "1 coffee, please." Try to start a conversation. "Hey, how's your day going?" The barista might smile and reply, "Oh, pretty good. And you?" Now, don't panic. This is your moment. Reply with anything simple. "I'm great. I just arrived in Miami. It's beautiful here." See? A conversation has started. The more you do this, the easier it gets. But wait. Something unexpected happens in the evening. You are walking on the Miami Beach boardwalk when a stranger stops you. "Excuse me, do you know where the nearest bookstore is?" What do? You freeze for a second. You were not ready for this. This is your first real test. You can't run away. Will you answer correctly? Day 2, the twist. Congratulations, you survived day 1. But now things get more exciting. Today, you must go to a public place where people talk a lot, maybe a market, a park, or a museum. Your goal is to ask 3 strangers about something in English. You might think, what if they don't understand me? Don't worry. Just smile and speak slowly. "Excuse me, do you know where I can find the best Cuban sandwich here?" Boom! You started a real conversation. But then, something happens. You are at a street food stall enjoying your meal when someone next to you starts talking. "You're not from here, are you?" This is your big moment. Your first real conversation with a native speaker. What will you say next? Day 3. The funny mistakes. By now you are speaking more, but guess what? You will make funny mistakes, and that's okay. You might say, "I feel exciting," instead of "I feel excited." The person in front of you laughs, but don't feel embarrassed. Laugh with them. This is part of learning. In the afternoon, you join a small talk session with other English learners. Suddenly, someone asks, "What's your biggest dream?" Your heart pounds. You want to say something inspiring, but instead, you accidentally say something completely wrong, and everyone bursts out laughing. You feel your face turn red, but then you laugh too. Why? Because now you are truly learning. Day 4. The challenge. Today is the day you must do something crazy. You must tell a story in English to someone you just met. Maybe a funny childhood memory, a travel story, or even what happened yesterday. You find a group of friendly locals sitting at a park. You take a deep breath and start. At first, you hesitate. But then, words start flowing. They nod, they smile, they laugh, they understand you. You did it. But just when you feel confident, a tricky question comes your way. Day 5, the unexpected twist. A native speaker asks you something super fast. Your mind goes blank. Can you say that again, please? You ask. They repeat, but it still sounds too fast. For a moment, you feel lost. But then, you catch a few words. You realize you don't need to understand everything to respond. You smile and say, "Ah, that's interesting. Tell me more." They continue talking, and you realize you are now thinking in English. Day 6. The test of confidence. By now, speaking English feels fun. But today is different. Today, you must speak in front of a group. Maybe in a language exchange event, a cafe, or even a friendly gathering. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. But then, you take a deep breath and speak. The moment you finish, something unbelievable happens. They applaud, they smile, they compliment your English. You can't believe it. In just 6 days, you have become confident in English. But wait! There is still one more day left, and this is the most important one. Day 7. The big realization. Today, you walk through Miami feeling different. You are not scared anymore. You start conversations easily. You laugh at your mistakes. Then, you remember day 1, the fear, the hesitation, the nervousness. And now, look at you. You realize something powerful. Speaking English is not about perfection. It's about confidence. And then, the biggest twist happens. A tourist asks you for directions. And guess what? You answer fluently, like a native speaker. The moral of the story. English is not just a language. It is a bridge to confidence, friendships, and new opportunities. You don't need years of studying. You just need 1 week of courage. So, the next time you hesitate to speak, just remember, in Miami, in 7 days, you can become the person who finally speaks English fluently. Are you ready to take the challenge? Now tell me, will you stay silent or start speaking today? Here are 50 simple and useful English phrases for daily use. These phrases will help you in conversations, whether you're at home, school, work, or traveling. Basic greetings and responses. Good morning. How are you today? Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. It's been a long time. How have you been? What's new with you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hope you have a good day. Take care and see you soon. Have a safe trip. Asking and giving information. Excuse me, can you help me? Could you repeat that, please? I didn't understand. Can you say it in a different way? Do you know where the nearest coffee shop is? What time does the store open? It's about 5 minutes from here. Let me check and get back to you. You can find it on the 2nd floor. Sorry, I'm not sure about that. It's right around the corner. Making requests and offers. Could you please pass me the salt? May I borrow your pen for a second? Would you like some coffee? Do you need any help with that? Let me know if you need anything. Can I have the menu, please? I'd like to order a sandwich, please. Can you turn the volume down a little? Is it okay if I sit here? Would you mind opening the window? Expressing opinions and feelings. I really like this place. That was an amazing movie. I'm feeling a little tired today. This food is delicious. I'm not sure, but I think it's a good idea. Honestly, I don't agree with that. That sounds interesting. I'm so excited for the weekend. I was a bit confused at first. This weather is perfect. Daily activities and conversations. I'll call you later. Let's meet at 6 p.m. What do you want to do today? I need to go grocery shopping. I'll be there in a few minutes. Let's take a break. I just finished my work. It was a busy day. I need to wake up early tomorrow. See you later. These phrases will help you sound natural and confident in English conversations. Which ones do you already use daily? Here are 10 simple English grammar rules that will help you speak and write correctly. 1. Always start sentences with a capital letter. Right. Today is a sunny day. Wrong. Today is a sunny day. 2. Use a before words that start with a consonant sound and an before words that start with a vowel sound. Right. I saw a cat. Right. She ate an apple. Wrong. She ate an orange. 3. Sentences should have a subject and a verb. Right. She runs fast. Wrong. She fast. 4. Use is for one and are for more than one. Right. The book is on the table. Right. The books are on the table. Wrong. The books is on the table. 5. Add s or s to verbs with he, she, or it in the present tense. Right. He likes ice cream. Wrong. He like ice cream. 6. Use I instead of me when it's the subject. Right. I'm going to school. Wrong. Me am going to school. 7. Use don't for I, you, we, they. Use doesn't for he, she, it. Right. She doesn't like coffee. Right. They don't like coffee. Wrong. She don't like coffee. 8. Was is for one person or thing. Were is for more. Right. She was at the park. Right. They were at the park. Wrong. They was at the park. 9. This is for one thing. These is for many. Right. This pen is mine. Right. These pens are mine. Wrong. These pen is mine. 10. Always put a question mark at the end of a question. Right. Where are you going? Wrong. Where are you going? Practice these rules daily and your English will improve fast. Want more? Let me know. Here are 50 important English words you must know. These words are useful in daily life and they will help you communicate better. Basic words. Hi, goodbye, please, sorry, thanks, welcome, morning, night, friend, family action words, walk, run, eat, drink, sleep, read, write, open, close, listen, question words, who, what, where, when, why, how, which, whose, whom, how much feeling, words, happy or sad, angry, excited, bored, tired, afraid, surprised, calm, confused. Common objects: chair, table, window, door, phone, pen, book, bag, shirt, shoes. These words will help you build sentences and improve your English. Which ones do you use most often? Speak English fluently in 7 days. The secret to mastering an American accent. Do you ever feel like English sounds like a tricky puzzle? Do you wish you could speak it fluently in just 7 days? What if I told you that there's a way, a simple and effective way, to do it? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Hold on, because this article is about to reveal something extraordinary. Before we dive in, take a moment to imagine this. It's a sunny day at school. You're asked to read aloud in class, and suddenly your words flow like a stream, confident, clear, and smooth, just like those actors in your favorite movies. Your classmates stare in amazement, and even your teacher gives you a proud smile. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the beginning, a moment of suspense and curiosity that could change everything for you. Day 1. Breaking the ice. The first step is to realize one thing: English is not your enemy. It's your bridge to new friends, opportunities, and adventures. Here's where the fun begins. Practice talking to yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Stand in front of a mirror and say a sentence like, "Today is a beautiful day." Add emotion to it. Be happy, surprised, or even dramatic. Feel the words coming alive. But wait, here's a twist. What if you don't know how certain words sound? Easy. Use online resources. Listen to native speakers, copy their tone, and practice again. By the end of day 1, you'll notice one thing. English doesn't seem so scary anymore. Day 2. The secret tip: listening. Do you know what's more powerful than speaking? Listening. Yes, it's your superpower. Find an American TV show, podcast, or YouTube channel you enjoy. Pay attention to how the speakers pronounce words. How do they stress some syllables more than others? Why do they sometimes sound relaxed or formal? Now here's a twist. Pause the video or audio. Try repeating the lines just as they said them. Trust me, you'll feel like a budding actor rehearsing a famous role. And don't be shy if you mess up. Mistakes are your best teachers. Day 3. The power of simple words. Think of English like music. Some songs are complicated, but the ones we remember most often have simple melodies. Start by learning short, common phrases. Phrases like, "How are you today? I'm doing great. Can you help me with this?" These are like stepping stones. They help you move forward, even on days when you feel stuck. Funny moment alert. Try saying, "I'm fine," with an awesome voice, then a cheerful one, and finally, a sleepy tone. See how fun and dramatic it can get? Day 4. American accent. Time. Do you want to sound like you've grown up in the United States? Here's a little secret. Americans love contractions. Instead of saying, "I cannot go," say, "I can't go." Instead of, "I do not know," say, "I don't know." Now comes the twist. Practice these sentences with speed. Start slow, then go faster. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It might feel silly, but trust me, it works wonders. Day 5. Conversations with confidence. Do you want to know the quickest way to sound fluent? Here's the secret. Ask questions. Imagine meeting someone new. Instead of worrying about what to say, ask them something simple. What's your favorite food? Have you been to any fun places recently? The trick is to keep the conversation flowing. And here's a twist. Be dramatic. If they say something surprising, react with a big, "Wow, that's amazing." Your enthusiasm will make you sound natural. Day 6. The funny practice. Method. This day is all about fun. Create a story using English words you already know. It doesn't have to be serious. It can be something funny or silly like, "I saw a talking pineapple yesterday." Record yourself telling the story. Then listen to it. Did you sound confident? If not, try again. Add funny expressions and even some hand movements. Day 7. The big moment. Now comes the final test. Call a friend or a family member who speaks English fluently. Talk to them for 5 minutes. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just focus on speaking clearly and confidently. Here's a suspenseful twist. If they don't notice anything unusual, ask them, "How do you think my English sounds?" Their answer might surprise you. The grand reveal. The moral of the journey. So, what's the big suspense we've been building up to? It's this. Fluency isn't about perfection. It's about confidence. You don't need to sound exactly like an American to be understood or appreciated. What truly matters is your willingness to try, to laugh at your mistakes, and to keep improving. How? I improved. My English mastery, like American people, in the United States. Listen carefully. This is not just another English lecture. This is a journey that will change the way you learn English forever. You might be thinking, "Oh no, another boring lecture on English learning." But wait, before you decide that, let me tell you something shocking. Something that will make you sit straight and listen till the end. Years ago, I couldn't speak English at all. Yes, you heard me right. I was struggling. Every time I tried to speak, I felt lost. Words disappeared from my brain. My tongue felt heavy. My confidence? Gone. People laughed when I mispronounced words. Some corrected me in a rude way. And some even ignored me when I tried to speak. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to speak fluently, but your words just didn't come out right? I understand your pain. I have been there. But guess what? I found a way out, and today I'm going to share everything with you. Every secret, every trick, every step that helped me improve my English like American people in the United States. But first, I have a question for you. A very simple question. What is stopping you from speaking English fluently? Think. Take a moment. Is it fear? Is it hesitation? Is it the worry of making mistakes? If yes, then congratulations. You are on the right path. Because today, I will help you destroy these fears forever. Are you ready? Are you really ready? Then listen carefully, because this will be the most important lesson of your life. Step 1. Stop translating in your head. This is the biggest mistake. The moment you start translating, you lose the natural flow of English. Imagine you are speaking to someone, and your brain is busy translating from your language to English. What happens? Your speech becomes slow, broken, unnatural. And guess what? The other person loses interest. So what's the solution? Think in English. Yes, think in English. Start small. One word at a time. One sentence at a time. And slowly, your brain will adjust. Still not convinced? Let me tell you a secret. Babies never translate. When a baby learns a language, do they translate first? No. They listen, they absorb, and they speak naturally. That's exactly what you need to do. Step 2. The American accent. Mystery. Now you might be wondering, how do I speak like Americans? How do I get that cool accent? Let me reveal a shocking truth. It's not about the accent. Yes, Americans don't care about your accent. They care about one thing: clarity. If you speak clearly, confidently, and naturally, they will understand you. But if you try too hard to copy their accent, you will sound unnatural. So, what should you do? Focus on pronunciation. Listen to real American conversations. Watch movies. Listen to podcasts. Copy the rhythm of their speech. And most importantly, speak out loud. Repeat after them. I mean it. Repeat every single word you hear, every phrase, every sentence. Do this for a month, and your pronunciation will transform like never before. Step 3. The funniest mistake I ever made. Now let me tell you something funny. Something that still makes me laugh. Once, I was at a cafe in New York. I wanted to order a cup of coffee. Simple, right? I walked to the counter and confidently said, "Can I have a hot coffee, please?" The barista looked at me, confused. She asked, "What do you want?" I repeated, "A hot coffee." She started laughing, and then she said, "Oh, you mean coffee?" At that moment, I felt embarrassed, but I also learned a lesson. Pronunciation matters. And the best way to learn? Laugh at your mistakes and keep going. So, my dear students, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Speak, laugh, improve. That's the secret. Step 4. The secret to thinking in English. Now, here's something even more interesting. One day, I met an American traveler. He asked me, "Do you speak English fluently?" I hesitated. I said, "A little bit." And do you know what he said? His words changed my life. He said, "You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep speaking." And that's when I realized the secret to fluency is not about knowing every word. It's about confidence. It's about expressing yourself without fear. From that day on, I started talking to myself in English, in my room, in front of the mirror, everywhere. And guess what? My brain started thinking in English naturally. Try it. Speak to yourself. Describe everything around you. And soon, English will feel like your own language. Step 5. The final twist. Now I know what you're thinking. But what if people laugh at me? What if they correct me in a rude way? I have an answer for you. A powerful answer. Who cares? Yes. Who cares if someone laughs at you? Who cares if you make mistakes? Think about it. Even native speakers make mistakes. If someone corrects you, take it as a lesson. If someone laughs, laugh with them. But never, ever stop speaking. Because the real secret to mastering English is to never stop learning, never stop speaking, and never stop believing in yourself. The suspense unfolds, and now, the moment you have been waiting for, the biggest twist of this lecture. Remember how I said I couldn't speak English before? Well, do you know what changed my life forever? One simple habit, one powerful habit. I made English a part of my daily life. I started reading English books, watching English movies, talking to English speakers, thinking in English every single day. And that, my dear students, is the biggest lesson of all. If you want to speak English fluently like American people in the United States, you don't need a special talent. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need a perfect accent. All you need is consistency, effort, and a little bit of fun. Final words. So, my dear students, what are you waiting for? Your journey to English mastery starts now. Speak, laugh, make mistakes, learn. And one day, you will look back and say, "Wow, I did it." And remember, English is not just a language, it's a bridge that connects you to the world. So go ahead, cross that bridge, and speak English like never before. Are you ready? I know you are. Let's do this together. Start today, start now, and never stop speaking. the end, or should I say, the beginning. How to handle English mistakes like a pro. Stop everything for a second. Listen carefully, because today I'm about to reveal something that will change your English journey forever. You will never fear English mistakes again. Yes, you heard me right. Never, ever, again. But before I tell you the secret, let me ask you a question. Have you ever made an English mistake and felt embarrassed? Be honest. Have you ever spoken in English, made a small mistake, and suddenly felt like the whole world was watching you? Maybe people laughed. Maybe someone corrected you in a way that made you feel small. Maybe you wanted to disappear in that moment. If yes, then congratulations. Because today, I will teach you how to handle English mistakes like a pro, like a fearless speaker, like someone who never lets mistakes stop them. Are you ready? Then let's begin. Step 1. Understand this shocking truth? Listen to me carefully, because this will change the way you think about mistakes forever. Even native English speakers make mistakes. Yes, Americans, British people, English teachers, they all make mistakes. Every single day. But do they stop speaking? No. Do they feel embarrassed? No. So why should you? Think about it. If a native speaker says something wrong, they just laugh and move on. They don't freeze, they don't panic, and that's exactly what you should do. A mistake is just a step toward fluency. If you are making mistakes, it means you are learning, you are growing, you are improving. So from today, never fear mistakes again. Step 2. The funniest English mistake ever. Now let me tell you a hilarious story. Something that will make you laugh and teach you a powerful lesson. Once, a friend of mine was visiting an American family. He wanted to help in the kitchen, so he confidently said, "Can I help you chop the vegetables?" But instead of saying chop, he said shop. The American family was confused. They laughed and said, "Oh, you want to shop for vegetables?" He turned red with embarrassment. But guess what? They corrected him kindly. He laughed. They laughed. And from that day, he never forgot the word chop. What's the lesson here? Mistakes make learning fun. The more mistakes you make, the more you remember. So instead of feeling bad, smile, laugh, learn, move on. Step 3. The most dangerous mistake of all. Now, listen carefully, because this is serious. There is only one mistake that can truly hurt your English learning. And that mistake is not speaking at all. Yes. If you stop speaking because you're afraid of mistakes, that is the biggest mistake of all. Think about it. A baby doesn't wait to speak perfectly. They just start talking. They make sounds like they try, they fail, they try again. And one day they speak fluently, without fear, without hesitation. That's exactly how you should learn English. Mistakes don't stop your progress. Silence does. So from today, speak. Speak with confidence. Speak without fear, because the more you speak, the better you get. And the better you get, the fewer mistakes you make. Step 4. The secret power of mistakes. Now let me tell you a secret. A powerful secret. Do you know what successful English learners do when they make a mistake? They do one simple thing. They write it down. Yes. They don't just ignore it. They don't just forget it. They grab a small notebook and write it down. Example. Wrong. He go to school. Right. He goes to school. Next time, they review their mistakes. They practice. And soon, they stop making the same mistakes. So from today, get a mistake notebook. Every time you make a mistake, write it down. Read it every day. And I promise you, you will see a huge improvement. Step 5. The mystery of silent learners. Now let's talk about something mysterious. Have you ever met someone who studies English for years, but still can't speak fluently? They read books, They memorize grammar. They know every rule. But when they open their mouth, silence. Do you know why this happens? Because they are too afraid to make mistakes. They wait for the perfect moment to speak. They wait to be 100% sure. They wait and wait and wait. And guess what? That perfect moment never comes. So what should you do? Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop being silent. Start speaking now. Even if you make mistakes. Even if your grammar is not perfect. Because fluency comes from speaking, not from waiting. Step 6. The final twist. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the biggest twist of this lecture. You remember how I said, how I learned English grammar. Like an American, stop everything. Because today, I am about to reveal the biggest secret of learning English grammar. And no, it's not boring textbooks. It's not complicated rules. It's not endless memorization. This method is different. Fun, easy. And 100% effective. So, if you've ever struggled with grammar, if you've ever felt lost in tenses, verbs, and prepositions, if you've ever wondered, why is grammar so hard? Then listen carefully, because by the end of this lecture, you will never fear grammar again. Are you ready for the secret? Then let's begin. Step 1. The most dangerous grammar mistake. First, let's talk about the biggest mistake that people make when learning English grammar. No, it's not using the wrong tense. No, it's not forgetting articles like a and the. The biggest mistake is focusing too much on rules and not enough on real English. Yes! Many learners try to memorize every grammar rule, but when they speak, they still make mistakes. Why? Because they don't use the grammar, they don't practice, they don't hear real English sentences. And that's why you must learn grammar the smart way. Step 2. The shocking truth about grammar. Listen carefully, because this will change the way you learn grammar forever. You don't need to know every grammar rule to speak fluently. Yes, it's true. Americans, British people, native English speakers. Do you think they know every grammar rule? No way. They don't sit and think, should I use past perfect continuous here? No. They just speak naturally. And that's exactly how you should learn. You don't need all the rules. You just need the most important ones. The ones that people actually use in daily life. So from today, stop memorizing and start using. Step 3. The easiest grammar trick. Now let me tell you the laziest and easiest way to learn grammar. Ready? Here it is. Learn grammar from real sentences, not from rules. Yes, stop reading long explanations. Instead, look at examples. For example, instead of memorizing, the present simple is used for habits and general truths. Just look at real sentences. I go to school every day. The sun rises in the east. That's it. No complicated theory, just real examples that make sense. Step 4. The mysterious grammar hack. Now let me tell you something mysterious. There is a secret trick that can help you master grammar faster than you ever imagined. And that trick is copy native speakers. Yes. Find sentences spoken by Americans or British people. Listen carefully, repeat after them, and copy their grammar. For example, watch an English TV show. When you hear a good sentence, pause the video. Repeat it out loud. If you hear someone say, I didn't go to the party, then don't just understand it. Say it yourself, because when you copy native speakers, grammar becomes automatic. Step 5. The funniest grammar mistake. Now, let me tell you a hilarious story that will teach you a valuable lesson. A friend of mine once wanted to impress an American girl, so he confidently said, You is very beautiful. Oh no? She smiled and corrected him. You are very beautiful. He felt embarrassed. But guess what? After that day, he never made that mistake again. Because mistakes teach you better than books. So don't be afraid to make them. Just learn and move on. Step 6. The final grammar secret. And now, the moment you've been waiting for? The biggest twist of this lecture. How do you learn grammar like a native speaker? It's simple. Forget boring rules. Learn from real sentences. Copy native speakers. Repeat their grammar. Listen more. Speak more. Don't overthink. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Keep going. That's it. That's the secret to mastering English grammar like an American. So from today, stop fearing grammar and start using it. And remember, grammar is not. It is your skills. Now go out there and speak English with confidence.